today we're gonna compare the Tribit Quietplus versus the Sony XM3s. I know this is a really unfair competition, but I just want to see how far this budget headphones can stack up against one of the best noise cancellation headphones out there. First, let's get the pricing out the way. The Tribit Quietplus costs $80, while the Sonys, they cost $350. The big feature on the Tribit Quietplus is the noise cancellation. So how does that stack up against Sony's? Well, it's a really huge difference. The Quietplus noise cancellation, it's really low versus the Sony's. Like, it'll get rid of a lot of the ambient noises, like the building next to you or the hospital, let's say, has a big ventilation going on, the AC noises. It'll get rid of that really easily. And when you're out on the streets hearing the cars zooming by you, you will barely hear them, especially when you have music playing. But if it's like a bus or a train, you're gonna hear that. And for Sony's ANC, it's really good. It's just no competition. Once you put them on, it feels like you're in a separate place. You don't hear much of anything. A lot of things are blocked out. And traveling with the Sonys, they get rid of most of the jet engine, so they are probably one of the best noise cancelling headphones I own. Now, moving on to comfort, from my experience, the Tribit starts to hurt my ears around an hour and a half mark, whereas on the Sonys, they start to hurt around the 2.5 hour mark. I think the padding on the Quietplus is a little bit too stiff and dense, versus on the Sonys, they are much more softer. And one little detail I do like about Sonys is that they float flat when you're wearing them, so as I'm moving around my head, it doesn't get in my way. For the materials, it's obvious that the Sonys will have the better quality, whereas on a Tribit, it's mostly made out of plastic. For the noise cancellation controls, they are much different as well. On the Tribit Quietplus, it's a separate switch, so if you forget to turn it off, it's gonna stay on and it's probably gonna drain your battery. On the Sonys, there is a separate button to turn off or on the sound cancellation, but it does turn on when you turn on the headphones. Now, both of these headphones do have their own music controls. On the Sonys, it's all touch and swipe, whereas on the Tribit, it's all physical. And to be honest, I do prefer having physical keys over touch keys, because on the Sonys, I always tend to stop or pause the track when I want to skip track. Whereas on the Quietplus, I just have to double press on the power button, and I know for a fact that's gonna change track. Now for the sound, I've been using the Quietplus playing Call of Duty, and it sounds great. I can still hear all the footsteps, and all the sound is crispy and clean. I think the sound is really well balanced, and it doesn't sound too far off from the Sonys. Now, I'm not like an audiophile or anything, I'm just gonna describe what I hear. So the biggest difference here on the sound is the Soundstage. On the Tribit Quietplus, it sounds like the speakers are exactly in front of your ears. So there's no dimensionality or atmosphere going on, so all the vocals, the instruments, all the synths and drums, all of that sounds like it's playing right next to each other. But on the Sonys, it sounds more spacious. So the vocals, you can hear the distance between that and the drums or all the instruments. So I feel like that's the biggest difference on the sound. Overall, I think the best thing about the Tribit Quietplus and what you're really paying for is the sound quality. So if you are interested in getting any of these products, I do have the links down below. Please follow me on Instagram, give a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and thanks for watching.